To see what he thinks. First, I have to tell you that I'm not sure that I know what a great leader is, because I work every day at being a good leader and aspire to be a great leader, something that's not all that easy. Why? Because we're human beings and we have failings just as we have successes. I'd say that what do you do when you lead? Well, you have the attention span of a 4-year-old, because you're looking at a lot of different disciplines, and it helps to be in your element in a lot of different disciplines. To responsibly run a company, you have to have some financial attunement, and if numbers make you gag, you may have a problem. You've got to love, in the kind of enterprises that we run, people, because they are a story a minute, nonstop, and the half hour of my every day that is spent engaging with an employee who has a real issue, or a family that is motivated to call me and tell me what they think, is what I call the time that I put my shrink sign out, and really try to engage at a human and social level that has nothing to do with the numbers. You have to be able to take on a huge amount of responsibility, because at the end of the day, not only do you have to accept responsibility for whatever happens out there, but also if you're an entrepreneur, at the end of the day, all who work for you are dependent on your continued good decision making with respect to their financial well-being, and that's a huge responsibility to take on in an organization. And finally, you have to have a sense of balance. You have to love things outside of your job. You have to love people outside of your job. You have to have a life outside of your job. And so many of us construe success with working all the time. And I think this is a bigger problem for Americans than other cultures. But so many of us do that. Problem with that is that none of us are whole just working. And eventually, if you do work all the time, you burn out. And you become a not very good leader, or you go off the cliff, or something like that. So having a life, having a sense of balance, having experiences to draw on from outside the workplace, volunteerism, all of those things, I think, are ingredients that are terribly important to making a good, much less a great leader.